These ones are a bit more businessy. How did you raise the funding or financially prepare for your business?
Borrowed £15,000 off my family. My dad lent it to me, 15 grand. So, but because I had £33,000 debt from a business I was involved in before, I was weary of borrowing money off my dad. I didn't want to I wanted to know that if ever that went wrong, I could get the money back to him. So even though we had 15 grand in the company account, we never dipped below 8 because I always figured with the car boots, I always used to do car boots on a Sunday. I figured, right, worst case scenario, I could take 7 grand out of the company, give it back to him, and I could probably muster up 7 grand just trading. So even though I borrowed money, I was scared to death about going back in shame and not being able to pay him back. So I was very limited with what I used.
Any advice about setting up a business in terms of legal/accounting?
Keep it simple. Just try to find something where you can buy and take pounds. I think people try to put too much red tape around it. Like they want to set up in all these ways, legal fees, professional fees. Ultimately, you need to be able to buy for £1, sell for £2. And this is how people can go invest so much money into a business that never even goes anywhere, is because ultimately the idea is going to evolve. And what a lot of people do with a new business is they think, right, I'm just going to set up and this is going to be my foregone conclusion. We set up selling on eBay. We now don't even do on eBay, and we sell to schools, government. So if we'd have put all of our chips into one basket, I mean, eBay went wrong.
From your garage, you didn't set up a warehouse to start with, went from your garage to an office and then waited for it to burst out of that to move to a bigger office, then a warehouse, and then 2 warehouses. So
don't get involved in legal fees if you can help it, and just keep your finger on the pulse until you can put that stuff in, because there's a lot of red tape and a lot of governance that's put into business which makes it almost impossible to start up. So just don't get lost in that. Do what you need to do, but don't go above and beyond. Starting up, obviously when you're big, we're over the top with it now, but if it was just me, there's no way you can do all that stuff. So there's a progression. You're not expected to get all that done when you just start up. So don't try and be everything, guys.
Should you get an LLC before starting a business?
An LLC is a limited company, just so you know, for UK. Should you get an LLC or a limited company? Yeah, it depends. If you're on eBay, not that big a deal. But if you actually want to start a company where you could have risks and liability with it, yeah, you just protect yourself. I would.
How do you plan financially for your business future?
Meticulously. I'm always looking at how much money we have lent out to customers and when it's coming in, how risky are those customers, how much money we have in stock, and what's our current cash position. I would say that's my biggest, most major job, is observing all that, because the minute cash runs out is the minute you're screwed. You see all these companies going bust all the time because cash ran out. It's not even about profit. Sometimes you can make profit, but you not have cash because you're giving it out to the wrong customer, you're giving it out credit. Cash is a very tricky game, and it's the demise of most businesses.
Final question. Have you ever taken out a business loan? Would you recommend it?
Yeah. I would recommend it if that's what you need to do, start a business. Yeah, we've taken out a loan. We even had a loan that we got from the bank for 50 grand back in 2019 for a patch. So, and we even had a loan for when we were doing something in 2014, just little patch up loans. So yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Obviously, if you can avoid debt, avoid debt. There's been a couple times we've needed to lean on it, but we don't have any debt in our business. If you're going to help it, don't be paying yourself and being in debt, as in extra bonus money. Yeah, don't be buying crazy cars with debt.
Does that mean you bought your Lambo outright?
I can't say.
So that's all the questions, but is there anything else you want to add to any aspiring entrepreneurs that are watching this video?
Nah, like I said, it's a progression. You just need to make sure that you understand it's a mental game. You're not going to get rich overnight. Even the people that you think got rich overnight made a load of mistakes until they made that decision. So instead of you constantly measuring yourself against them, pick an industry, whatever industry it is, just get your head down. We picked phone cases and we got our head down and we just constantly hammer, and then bang, we're doing very, very well. Literally anything. So determination, progression, don't stop, constantly finger on the pulse, evolve. If this idea isn't working, you're evolving, constant evolution and progress. That's my advice. If you have evolution and progress, you will not go wrong. You will always succeed. The only time people don't succeed is when they stop. You'll never see someone who is desperate to get ahead, who is working hard, who ends up nothing on their deathbed. They will always make it in the end. Most people, they get beat. I've tried too many times, I'm 30 years old. You're a wimp then. You should have carried on. I know plenty. If you look at the McDonald's guy, Ray Kroc, he started a business at 58 and he's a billionaire by 70. There you go. So what's your excuses? Guys, I've been doing this business now for 13 years and we have literally done millions of orders. It's crazy. And now we're taking everything in the rawest, purest form. We're showing you exactly how we're doing it. And better yet, we're even starting a new business in Europe. So you could take your own journey and relate it to ours, where we're starting from the ground up and we're showing you. So subscribe to the channel, watch us recreate what we've already done here. And in the most purest, unpropaganda way, where we're not trying to tell you how good the company is, we're literally showing you the real deal. So subscribe to the channel, guys. JLC TV. You're going to see us take it to a £100 million business.